Good morning, my students from class 10. Today I'll be continuing with the Merchant of Venice class of Act 3 Scene 2. We've already done through Act 3 Scene 1 as we have done in class 9, and I hope you all remember what happened in Act 3 Scene 1. Salerio heard about the bad news of the loss of Antonio's ships, how they were sad about it, how Shylock rejoiced hearing that, and how he threatened to destroy Antonio, and the joy he derived from threatening Antonio was as equal to the pain he incurred losing Jessica. So we'll continue with Act 3 Scene 2. Scene takes place at Belmont in a room in Portia's house. Enter Bassanio, Portia, Graciano, Nerissa and attendants. So Portia says, "I pray you tarry, pause a day or two." She requests Bassanio to wait for a day or two before you hazard, before you risk of making the choice of the caskets. For in choosing wrong, I lose your company. Because if you, Bassanio, make a wrong choice, I shall no longer be yours, so wait for some time. There's something tells me, but it is not love. She's saying something, though it is not love, tells me that I don't want to lose you. Definitely it was the feeling of love for Bassanio, but Portia was just feeling shy to reveal her card of romance to Bassanio rather. So she was saying that, I will not tell you. I don't think it's love. She goes on to say that hate counsels not in such a quality. You know well that hatred does not give such an advice. I do not have hatred for you, so if it is not hatred, it has to be love. She continues her speech by saying that, but lest you should not understand me well, but in case you do not understand me well, I must tell you that, yet a maiden hath no tongue but thought. She's trying to say, if you do not understand me well, let me tell you one thing. A young lady like me has no other choice except to think. Though her thoughts may not be expressed, I cannot express my thoughts because I do not have the license to do so. I am confined within the parameters of the lottery devised by my father. She says that, I would detain you here some month or two before you venture for me. I would like to make you stay here for a month or two before you make the choice to win me. I could teach you how to choose right. I can train you how to make the right choice of the caskets and win me as your wife. But then I am forsworn. I have already taken an oath not to do so. So will I never be. So I can never give you the right guidance. I can give you the guidance. I can never reveal you which is the right casket. So may you miss me, you might lose me as well. But if you do, you will make me wish a sin. But in case if you lose me, then I'll be committing a sin. I'll be wishing a sin, that not to have you as a husband. Because if I love you, I must have you as my husband. If not, I'm committing a sin. Beshrew your eyes. Shame upon your eyes. She's saying this in a very loving way, not in an insulting manner. She's saying, shame upon your eyes, because your eyes have divided me into two halves. One half of me is yours. One half is yours. Because you are in my heart, I am in your heart too. And the other half that belongs to me is yours too. So I am all yours. Portia belongs to Bassanio forever. Oh, these naughty times, these evil times, wicked times. Why is she calling the time wicked? Because it put bars between the owners and their rights. I'm the owner of my heart. I have the right to choose the right person. I can't do so, thanks to my lovely father. Let fortune go to hell for it. But if I'm yours, still I cannot be yours, because if you make the wrong choice, let's damn fortune for that. We can only damn that upon ill luck. She says that, nor I speak too long. Yes, I'm speaking long. I'm talking too much. You know why? Because it's to piece the time. It's to stretch the time. Piece means to measure. It's to measure the time, to eke it, to stretch it, and draw it out in length to stay you from election. I want to stretch the time to such an extent so that I can delay your selection of the caskets. It's time for the hero to respond now. Bassanio says, let me choose. For as I am, I live upon the rack. I have to choose because right now I'm feeling like a person who has been punished for committing treason against the country, and I'm upon the rack. Rack was an instrument during the Elizabethan era used to stretch the body of the victim and subsequently tortured him to reveal the truth. He's getting tortured right now because he wants to choose the right casket and he cannot do so. He's very eager, he's very anxious, he's getting tortured. Therefore he says, I'm feeling like a person upon the rack. Portia continues, upon the rack, Bassanio, then confess what treason there is mingled with your love. She's just trying to be witty with him, trying to pull his leg. She says that, if you are in agony, if you are getting tortured, if you are upon the rack, then tell me what disloyalty is associated with your love. What treason have you committed? Bassanio says, none but that ugly treason of mistrust, nothing except the uneasy feeling of doubt. I do not trust my fortune, that's my torture. That's the treason I've committed, which makes me fear the enjoying of my love. And I'm scared I cannot enjoy your love for my life, because I cannot have you as my wife if I make the wrong choice. There may be as well be amity and life. There might be friendship between friendship and life, between snow and fire, but there cannot be any element of distrust or treachery in my love for you. My love for you is as pure, as distilled as anything. Portia. Hey, but I fear you speak upon the rack, but you are speaking under pressure of torture, where men enforced to speak anything. And a person who is in the rack, who is tortured to save their life, they can say anything. So maybe you are lying. I don't trust you. She's again trying to be witty with him. Bassanio continues. Promise me life, and I will confess the truth. Promise me life. You promise to spare my life by allowing me to choose. I'll confess the truth. Portia. Well then, confess and live. Fine, confess and live your life. Not confess and live, Madame is trying to say that. Confess and love. Confess and love is the summary of my feelings for you. Had been the very sum of my confession. These words are the basis of my confession. Oh happy torment, oh happy torture. I'm enjoying my torture because my torture is you. When my torturer does teach me answers and for deliverance. You are my torturer, you are tormenting me, you are training me to give the right answer, I'm enjoying it. But let me to my fortune and the caskets. So after this, Portia will be guiding Bassanio towards the casket arena, and there are some beautiful references of Hercules and the Dardanian wives, Battle of Troy. We'll continue that in the next session, and you can I'll be uploading the questions and the answers too. You'll have to download that from there, and accordingly we'll proceed. So all the best.